Elon Musk operates with an extreme sense of urgency. I would like to not be dead by the time we go to Mars. That's my aspiration here. That urgency is the fuel behind everything. From launching rockets to sleeping on the Tesla factory floor, Musk is driven by one thing: getting to Mars in his lifetime. To make that possible, he's obsessively committed to cutting the cost of space travel, down to the bolts, engines, and even the raw steel. At the heart of Musk's cost-cutting philosophy is something he calls the idiot index. It's a metric he devised after a failed attempt to buy a refurbished ICBM from the Russians. Their price tag? $8 million. Elon walked away. Since then, he's evaluated every component of rocket building with surgical precision. The idiot index is simple. It compares the cost of a part to the cost of its raw materials. If a part costs $1,000, but the material is worth only $100, that's a 10-to-1 idiot index. And to Elon, that's unacceptable. If the ratio is high, he told biographer Walter Isaacson, you're an idiot. This philosophy was tested in a memorable showdown with Lucas Hughes, the financial analyst overseeing the cost of the Raptor engine, the one powering SpaceX's Starship to Mars. During a tense meeting, Elon asked, "What are the best parts in Raptor, as judged by the idiot index?" Lucas hesitated. "I'm not sure," Elon snapped. "You better be effing sure next time. If you ever walk into a meeting and don't know which parts are idiot parts, your resignation will be accepted immediately. How can you not know what the best and worst parts are?" Lucas responded, "I know the cost breakdown of every part. I just don't know the raw material costs." "What are the 5 worst parts?" Lucas glanced at his screen. "No, don't look at your screen. Just name one. You should know the problematic parts." Lucas offered, "The half-nozzle jacket. I think it's around $13,000. It's made of a single piece of steel. How much does that material cost? A few thousand? Wrong. It's just steel. That's $200. You very badly failed. If you don't improve, your resignation will be accepted. This meeting is over." What Elon didn't know was that Lucas had lost his first child just 7 weeks earlier. His newborn had complications and never left the hospital. "I was just trying to hold it together," Lucas later recalled. His years as a gymnast helped him stay calm under pressure, but he didn't quit. The next day, Lucas returned, this time fully prepared. He presented a list of the 20 worst idiot index parts. The common theme: high-precision machining, pumps, nozzles, fairings. "We need to eliminate as much machining as possible." Elon smiled. He was impressed. The meeting ended with an ambitious goal: cut the Raptor engine cost from $2 million to $200,000 in 1 year. When Isaacson later asked Elon if he'd been too harsh, Elon said, "I try to criticize the action, not the person. We all make mistakes. What matters is whether someone has a good feedback loop and can improve. Physics doesn't care about your feelings. It cares if your rocket works." Lucas said working under Elon made him feel like a tool, and if that tool didn't work, Elon would simply find another. Elon cares a lot about humanity, but more in a macro sense. After more than 8 years, Lucas left SpaceX in May 2022. If Raptor becomes the cheapest engine ever made and gets us to Mars, maybe it was worth the collateral damage. Another engineer who experienced Elon's intensity firsthand was Andy Krebs, the man in charge of building Starbase's infrastructure. One Friday night in July 2021, Elon and a team of top managers walked to the launch pad. It was quiet. Too quiet. "Why is no one working?" Elon asked. It happened to be the first night Andy hadn't staffed a full shift in weeks. "What's the effing problem? I want to see activity." Elon immediately ordered a surge in productivity. He wanted the Starship's booster and second stage stacked in 10 days. The hope? Seeing the rocket on the pad might push the FAA to fast-track launch approval. At 1 a.m., Elon emailed every employee at SpaceX. Anyone not working on other critical path projects must shift immediately to Starship's first orbit. Get to Boca Chica by any means. This is not a volunteer organization. We're not selling Girl Scout cookies. Get them here now. 500 employees were mobilized. Hotels were full due to a convention, so Elon's assistant bought air mattresses. Workers slept on the floors. When Elon returned to the main building, the monitors had been reprogrammed. Ship Plus rocket stacked. T-19 6 hours, 44 minutes, 23 seconds. Every second counted. In the end, stacking the rocket didn't accelerate the FAA process. The first Starship flight wouldn't happen until April 2023, nearly 2 years later. But Elon's ability to inspire through adversity is undeniable. After 3 failed Falcon 1 launches, SpaceX was nearly bankrupt. Morale hit rock bottom. Elon, having been awake for over 20 hours, addressed over 300 employees. We need to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and get back to work. Then he said, with absolute clarity, "For my part, I will never give up, and I mean never. If you stick with me, we will win." Dolly Singh, then head of talent acquisition, described the moment. "It was the most powerful display of leadership I've ever seen. One moment, we were in despair. The next, we were ready to follow him into the gates of hell, carrying suntan oil. Today, SpaceX has made history again. Starship's 3rd test flight reached orbit for the first time. Though the upper stage disintegrated on its return and didn't perform the belly flop maneuver as planned, it was still a monumental achievement, and it likely would not have happened without Elon Musk's relentless drive and the teams willing to follow him through impossible odds. Behind every giant leap in technology lies a foundation of deep knowledge and relentless curiosity. If this story moved you, inspired you, or made you think, subscribe to the Inspired Inkwell. We explore the minds behind innovation and the cost of chasing something greater than ourselves. Until next time, stay curious.